This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876 309 6128. That's 876 309 6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876 586 0471. That's 876 586 0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices, infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beet and thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger.
Hello everybody, I'm Simon Preston and welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary. This is the platform where we discuss Jamaican football. Are you guys ready? Well, here we go. Thank you very much to everybody for tuning into this video. We kindly ask you as you come in to hit the like button and then afterwards hit the subscribe button as well. All right, guys? So, Shamar Gordon, up Mr. P. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Sherman Scott is in the building. How are you doing, Sherman? All is well? Hope you and your family are doing okay. Enough respect for tuning in as well, all right? Big up, big up. Where are you guys watching this video from? Comment below. St. Mary, St. James, Trelawney, Westmoreland, St. Anne, Portland, St. Thomas, St. Andrew, Kingston, St. Catherine, Manchester, St. Elizabeth. How much parishes do we have with the word saint in it? Who's that? Alex, what's up? How much parishes do we have with saint in it? All right, let's start from West Hanover. You have St. James, you have Trelawney, you have St. Anne, you have St. Mary, you have Portland, you have St. Thomas, you have St. Andrew, you have St. Catherine, you have Clarendon, Manchester, St. Elizabeth, and Westmoreland. So 7 of the 14 parishes have saint in it. That's literally half of the parishes. All right, cool breeze. All right, so guys, the FA Cup draw has taken place, and we're going to have some quite compelling situations here, as a number of Jamaicans will be facing each other in the next round of the FA Cup. So let's go through the draw, shall we? But before we go through the draw, just to recap some of those results that took place today. Wolverhampton Wanderers, they were leading by 2-0 over West Brom before there was like a halt to play. But they match full time. Wolves 2, West Brom 0. Watford and Southampton will have a replay. Liverpool, they hit Norwich for 5 in a 5-2 win. There's always goals between Liverpool and Norwich City. Whether at Carrow Road or at Anfield, there's always goals between these two teams. Newport County and Manchester United. United, who were 2-0 up. Newport came from 2-0 down to 2-2, the South Wales-based club, and then later on the likes of Anthony and Hoyland scored for Manchester United. Tomorrow is Monday, where Blackburn Rovers will take on Wrexham, the Championship club, against the League Two Cup. So now we go to the 5th round of the FA Cup, where we're going to highlight those situations of Jamaicans who will face each other in the next stage of the competition. All right, guys? And some history is being made as a team from the 6th tier of English football is participating in the 5th round, or the round of 16 of the competition, for the first time since 1978. Yep, that is right. For the first time since 1978, we're having a team from the 6th tier of English football. I'm confident a lot of people who are watching this video right now were not around in 1978. So this is history in the making, to say Maidstone, and I'm going to explain why this is so important to discuss a very special Jamaican, a part of this football club. All right, so let's go right into it, shall we, guys? The first game up, we have, which, and by the way, these games will take place in February, okay? In February, the end of February, that's when the fifth round of the FA Cup will take center stage, so that everybody is fully aware of things. Okay, good. So Blackburn Rovers play at Ewood Park. They will be in action for this game in particular. So we look forward to this encounter and what will lie ahead as well. So this is very, very important. Blackbird Rovers against Wrexham. Okay. And we know about Wrexham, the likes of Ben Tozer that was attached to a Premier League club. He's the vice captain right now, who he was at Newcastle United, just so that you guys are fully aware of that. Okay, good. Chelsea or Aston Villa against Leeds or Plymouth Argyle. All right, so Chelsea, Dejan Whisper Richards, or Aston Villa, Leon Bailey, will be at home to Leeds or Plymouth Argyle. So you could have a Dejan Whisper Richards or a Leon Bailey within the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. That in itself is quite exciting. Bournemouth against Leicester City. Bournemouth, as we know, has been going through some differences, you know, but we see what they are right now as they're into the last 16 of the competition. Bournemouth right now, the likes of Tyler Adams, Max Aarons, Phil Billing, Dom Solanke, who has been doing pretty well, you know, pretty well. And to be quite frank with you, based on what Dominic Solanke has been doing this campaign, this is the first time since the 2021-2022 season that he scored more than 10 league goals in a season. And this is also the first time in the Premier League history where he's scoring more than 10 goals in the Premier League. The only times he got up to double digit was his time with Bournemouth in the Championship. But now a step up within the Premier League, it is completely different, you know? So yeah. And Leicester City, as we're aware, Brandon Kova. That's right, guys. His name is Kova. Not cover, but Kova. All right, guys, Kova. And he's earned exactly to be where he is right now today. And I want to recap something very interesting for you guys in relation to Brandon Kova so that you guys understand exactly the significance of this performance and why is it that this is something that we should be reflecting upon and his journey by extension. And I want you to be mindful of the dates and the timelines where this is concerned. Okay, guys? So you guys ready for the information that I'm about to give you guys? All right, here we go. So, Brandon Kova, right? This is his timeline. So, Brandon Kova in 2023. June 1, 2023, he gets a Jamaican passport. June 23, 2023, makes his debut for the Reggae Boys against Jordan. June 28, 2023, plays for Jamaica under 23 at CSE Games. July 1, 2023, given squad number 58 at Leicester City. January 27, 2024, makes Leicester City debut. So Brandon Kova, part of a very, very special unit. Liverpool will face Watford or Southampton. So Liverpool gets a home tie for the fifth round of the competition. Other games, Bristol City or Nottingham Forest against Manchester United. So Manchester United will be away against Bristol City or Nottingham Forest. So either a Championship club or a Premier League club will away to Manchester United. Another away game within the FA Cup. And this is the round of 16, as you all are aware. It continues with Wolverhampton Wanderers against Brighton and Hove Albion. Should be a good game. The team from the English South Coast will be traveling up to the Midlands of England. John Powell, how are you doing, man? Hope you are doing well. How are things? Boy, Tycoon, let me tell you my thing, right? So, when you think about NBA, NHL, NFL, and people say this is their team, right? For me, if you're supporting a team, you have to have a connection to it. So for me, teams that I support, it has to be based on my heritage. So Jamaica, I was born in Jamaica. So Jamaica will throw out my whole heart. You know what I'm saying? So a man said he's a Lakers fan. Does he have family in LA? Was his parents born in LA? Was his grandparents born in LA? I don't get the connection because this time next year you could have a player that is part of LA that is representing another franchise. You know, like when Donovan Ricketts was at LA Galaxy, bam, I was fully behind LA Galaxy. And then he went to Montreal. I'm like, what? And then from Montreal went to Portland Timbers, and then Portland Timbers back to LA. You know? Phil Jones, what's going on? All is well? Yeah, we're gonna continue with this FA Cup. All right. Sheffield Wednesday or Coventry City? Sheffield Wednesday or Coventry City? So Dishon Bernard or Joe Latibeaudiere and Casey Palmer against Maidstone United. So that means another championship team that Maidstone United will come up against within the FA Cup. So Dishon Bernard against Lamar Reynolds or Casey Palmer and Joe Latibeaudiere against Lamar Reynolds. So one thing for sure, we will have a Jamaican or a reggae boy within the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. You heard what I said, folks? Whatever happens, we will have a Jamaican or a reggae boy in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. That's the last 8 of the competition. And that in itself should be viewed as something special. Truly, truly special. Well, Tycoon, I'm not an American. I don't live in America at this point in my life. I don't know what the future will bring, but I'm not an American. So I'm speaking about myself. You live in America perhaps, but I live in Jamaica. So I disagree that what I've just said is not accurate. What I've just said is facts. I don't live in the United States of America. And Luton Town against Manchester City. So Amari Bell and Luton Town will be up against Manchester City. Amari Bell, home tie for Luton as they take on Manchester City in the next round of the FA Cup. Top scorer so far is João Pedro of Brighton and Hove Albion. He's the top scorer so far with 5 goals to his credit, followed by Kyle Wotton with 4 goals to his name as well. The man from Bolton Wanderers, the Icelandic player, has been doing fantastically well. That's Jon Dahle Bodvarsson. He's been doing a fantastic job so far at Bolton. And if you guys want to learn some Icelandic, I'm more than happy to help you as well. Hi is hi, bye is bye, okay is okay. So that's the 3 most similar words to English. If you want to say yes, you say yow. If you want to say no, you say nay. If you want to say good day, good morning, it's go on dain. That's go on dain. And the earthquake the volcano that just erupted not too long ago is Eyjafjallajökull. But more on that another time. Kevin Stewart. Kevin Stewart is not at a club, my friend. Kevin Stewart is not at a club. So I'm not sure where you were looking for, but Kevin Stewart is not at a club. He hasn't played football in quite some time. He's been in Dubai and working hard to get himself into a good physical condition. So that's what he has been doing. We saw Kevin Stewart during his time at Liverpool when they're playing in the Premier League. We saw him in League Two and League One, Hull City in the Championship, and more recently as well with Blackpool, parading his talent in League One and Championship football. So he's had some good time. Manchester United, and I've always explained, Tycoon, that in 1655 England took over Jamaica and Jamaica became a British colony. And in the late 1800s, my great grandfather, Frederick Preston, left Lancashire, England for Jamaica. And that in particular, he was born and raised in Salford. So that's the reason for Manchester United. And of course, stories brought down and artifacts brought down from when Manchester United turned Manchester United from Newton Heath. So it was something that always lived with me. But that is for another day. James Justin, as you guys know, is an individual that had his injury hiccups and has had his injury hiccups for quite some time, you know. But he's been playing football, been playing quite a number of football games a season. So yeah, that's the situation. I had a couple of replays, but those will be done in due course. Great win for Luton over Everton. That was impressive for them. And of course, as well, a great result. Perhaps one of the shock of this season. Maidstone United, a 2-1 victory over Ipswich. Sixth-tier club defeating a championship club that is flying highly and looking for promotion to the Premier League. Yep, Lamar Reynolds, a Jamaican, scoring his first goal for the club. Just to let you know a little bit about Lamar, 28-year-old striker, forward, wears that number 10 jersey, has played League Two football, and now Maidstone United, they're in a playoff position. So we'll see if they'll be able to get promotion to the National League, which is the fifth tier, how all of that pans out. No, no, Solanke is Nigerian. Jackie Love TV, he is Nigerian. In the late 90s. So yeah. James Justin. So you guys know he was born in Luton, and actually, Luton Town was his first club before moving on to Leicester City. In 2022, he signed a contract at the club until 2026, which means he has 2 more years left on his current deal at Leicester. So it'll be interesting to see if Leicester gets promoted, if he'll get a new contract after that. But it's a good squad at Leicester. Bearing in mind players that played Premier League football not too long ago are actually part of the squad. Connor Cody's, the Daniel Wards, even Harry Winks, who wasn't a Leicester City player previously, but played with Spurs for 9 years in the first team. Played Sampdoria as well. Mark Albrighton, Kalichi Anacho, great players part of this program, and I played an important role. The 6'7" Harry Sutar. It's an interesting story because he was born in Scotland. Yeah, but he represents Australia. So that's an interesting one. But yeah. No, to the best of my knowledge, he has Irish heritage. He has Irish heritage. So, not that. So, that's something for you to be aware about. Okay? That's what I would say. I'll have to check on that one. I'll have to check on that one for sure. Imran, may I tell you, Imran, what a performance today. What a performance. What a performance. I remember, I remember that day when I was in prep school. I remember that day when I was in prep school and Vosper Jerks hit the winning runs to win the game. So man, I'm telling you. Memories. Memories. Yeah, that's right. But it's strange because his brother is 6'1". Usually brothers are similar in height, so that's the interesting thing. So yeah. I did say Jacob Murphy has Irish heritage. Yes, I did. I did say that he does have Irish heritage. And Cole Palmer is Kittian. Cole Palmer is Kittian. Cole Palmer is not Jamaican. Micah Richards is Kittian. Cole Palmer is Kittian. St. Kitts and Nevis. Okay. Yeah, we're looking forward to it, Imran. But that's what everybody has to be mindful about. That research. That research is incredibly important to put everything in place. So that's where we are from that standpoint. So you guys know what you need to do. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Tycoon, I do not address things that are not true. If it's not true, that I'm not going to address it. It's as simple as that. I don't address things that are not true. That's why you shouldn't assume things. You should ask questions. This is the platform for accuracy, reliability, and credibility. This is not for assuming things. So you shouldn't assume before you ask whatever question that you have. So you can't assume things because you know what the first three letters of the word assume is. So therefore, you cannot assume things. Ask questions, do not assume. This platform is not for speculation. Not for speculation. It is accuracy, reliability, credibility, and positivity. Simply put. So everybody is aware. So that is that. Morgan is a good player. He is a really good player. Yeah, not too long from now. Jackie Love TV said it. Know yourself. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. All as well. Know yourself. Let's not forget that we're still in the month of January. We have almost 7 weeks before this game. There's so much things that can happen between now and another 7 weeks. You have players that can be able to get into form, players that can be able to impress. So you can't just make a split decision right now because players can improve in form. Suppose any player can have this great, rich purple patch of form in the middle of February. So it's too early to say 7 weeks in and say this should happen. Ordain TV. How you doing, man? Or are they in TV, the breaking news boss? Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Or are they in TV, the breaking news boss? Well, we have quality, don't we? Know yourself, TV. We have lots of quality. We have so much quality to call upon the Leon Baileys, the Antonios, the Bobby Reeds, the or Mario Williamses, the Trevante Stewarts. Loads of quality to call upon. And today, it was a nil-nil draw against Police. Yeah, it was a nil-nil draw against Police. Police fielded their under 23 team today. Yeah, they fielded their under 23 team today. And you guys know what you can do. You use the super chat feature so you guys can get your question or comments highlighted so you guys can get more out of the discussion. Use the super chat feature, and that way you get your questions or comments highlighted and you feel more engaged part of the conversation and discussion. And as you know, a lot of time, energy, effort to ensure that you guys get the absolute credibility and accuracy. Okay. Of course, it's a very big week ahead as we look forward to the governing body of football in the region, CONCACAF, who are to be able to release those fixtures and the venues as well. Those are two important aspects. So we can have a discussion of, okay, Jamaica is going to play this team away and Jamaica is going to play this team at home. And many people are saying that this is new, and it's not new. The 2022 World Cup qualifying cycle had something similar in round one as well, where Canada played certain teams away and they played certain teams at home, like Canada against Suriname at home. You know what I'm saying? So little things like that. So that's everything. So that's what you guys can be fully aware about. He's a good player, Peterborough United. Great player, Peterborough United. I think he's picking up some good man. I even saw him when he was playing for England's C team. I think he was playing at Barnet at that time. Yeah, he was playing at Barnet in the National League because I watched the England C games as well. Yeah, and this campaign, he's been doing well, and I think it's just a matter of time before he's playing minimum at a championship club. He's 24 and I think he's doing well. Yes, Ordain TV. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. iRabs TV, I'm not sure. I don't think Police FC has a media team, so I don't think so. I don't think so. Police FC doesn't have a media team. You know, not all clubs have that structure in place just yet, but CONCACAF is forcing the clubs to make this a priority. So whenever they qualify for the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup, CONCACAF mandates that every club has a media officer, a team manager, a kit man, a team doctor. So CONCACAF mandates whenever you qualify for their tournaments, the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup, the CONCACAF Champions Cup, that each club has this. So these are things that are put in place so that they're able to execute all of these things effectively. So that's something for everybody to be mindful about as well. So the clubs have this to put in place. And I know the first thing that will be said is that, well, the cost is going to be something because you're bringing in somebody else. But you know, these are important. This is how your product is going to grow. This is how you're going to be enhanced. Instead of a scenario where you may have one person doing 5, 6 different jobs. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I personally feel about the situation. You know, so I think it's important. Very, very, very important. So I want to see more things like that. Oh, really? Interesting. You're in Jamaica, you're in Canada, you're in the States. Maybe it's because you're in Jamaica. Kevin Lewis, I personally believe yes. Well, Jackie Love TV, it will depend on the process of international clearance because, let's say, for an example, all right, I'm just going to use an example, okay? Let me use this example. I want to use a straightforward example. Like Joel Latibeaudiere. Joel Latibeaudiere, as we know, played for England at youth level. So, for the international clearance, you would need to get clearance from England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. So once England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland clears Joe Latibeaudiere, then Joe Latibeaudiere can be able to play for England, play for Jamaica, sorry. So it's the same for any other player. Tycoon, my father's side of the family is from England. I've said this since 2016. I'm not sure when you became a subscriber of Reggae Boys commentary, but from 2016, I've been saying this to all of my subscribers. My father was white and my mother is Indian. My father's side is from England. So both of my parents were both born in Jamaica, but we're talking about heritage now, right? And ethnicity. So my father's side of the family is from England, specifically speaking, Salford. Historically, Salford was in Lancashire, and now Salford is in Manchester. And my mother's side is from Calcutta, India. So, growing up, I would personally say that I grew up with a mixture of all three cultures: English, Jamaican, and Indian culture. The Indian culture, quite self-explanatory with the food and music, and the English side, of course, with football, cricket, and tea, and of course the eloquence in perhaps how I speak. So perhaps that answers your question. All right. Well, Jackie Love, what I could do some research and we can circle it on it so that I ensure that I can be able to give you the absolute accurate fact on it. So I can double check that for you. I can double check that for you. I'll do some digging on that for you. You know? Something for sure that I can be able to work on. Brian Brown, I have expressed numerous times, and I would encourage you as well to watch the video where I did a what is the deal on him. Okay? I did a what is the deal on him. So I would encourage you to watch it because I did a what is the deal on him in 2021. Well, he has three caps. He has three caps. Three caps he has, but I think all three came when he was 20. That's very strange in the ordained TV because usually folks that are in the United States would be able to have access, but no problem. No problem. When it is available, then enough respect. But yeah. Hmm, I'll have to double check that, National. He was born in the year 2000, right? Two came when he was 20, and one came when he was 21. His last game for England was March 29, 2022, which means that Emil Smith Rowe was 21 at the time. So he wasn't over 21, he was 21. The last game was a friendly against the Ivory Coast. That was March 29, 2022. But in 2021, he played in World Cup qualifiers against Albania and San Marino. All right, good. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Are you talking about Rolanda Aarons? Yeah, Rolanda Aarons is 28 years old right now, and he just signed a contract overseas. And when I mean overseas, I'm talking about outside of England, as he signed for NK Celje, and that club plays in the Slovenian Premier League. Yeah, they're in the Slovenian Premier League, and he has a deal with them until the end of the season. And he made his debut quite recently against Dynamo Zagreb. So thankfully, despite all of the injuries that he's had to overcome, he is getting back to playing some football, which are grateful about. Played Premier League football at Newcastle United, also in the Championship as well. Played Serie A in Italy. So he's had quite a number of experiences, even playing in Scotland as well. So great experiences for him being able to play straight overseas. Tycoon, it is going to be a challenge to accomplish this in the FIFA window because players arrive in on a Monday, right? And let's say the game is Thursday. You train Tuesday, you train Wednesday. It's a difficult to go right around the country. Can something take place in the parish where the game is? Absolutely. Or maybe 45 minutes to an hour? Yes, that can take place. Like Demari Gray went to Lioneltown in Clarendon, just 1 hour drive from Kingston, early in the morning before training. Absolutely, 100% that can be accomplished. But for you to ask at the player or players to go from Kingston to Mobe or Kingston to somewhere deep rural, it's difficult in a 3-4 day window. Extremely difficult. Cool. Jason Guna, bless up. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Jason Guna, the super chat boss. Drop the super chat. Uh, yeah, he scored a goal today. Very good goal. That's 3 games on the bounce now that he's been on the score sheet. 3 league goals, I should say. 3 league goals. Well, firstly, Rashid, my name is Simon, not Simone. So I want to make that extremely clear. I am a man, I'm not a woman. So I'm Simon. Simon is spelled Simon. Simone is Simone, and Simone is a woman. So honestly, that's a very, very, very big disrespect right there. And I fear for English language teachers all across Jamaica in and who how they spell people's names. Honestly, I really think it's a sad day when we don't know the difference between Simon and Simone. I think that's a real, real, real shame for that matter. And the second part is also disrespect as well, because somebody that wants to represent Jamaica is a Jamaican. So Tiffany Cameron is no less of a Jamaican than I am. Joey Latibeaudiere is no more or less of a Jamaican than I am. Michael Antonio, Ethan Pinnock, Bobby Reed, Dishon Bernard, Kanaya Boyce Clark, Tavon Gray, born in the United States. Andy Williams, born in Canada. Not many people know that. But yeah, not many people know that. Fly them to Mobe. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Of course, there's talent in Jamaica. Loads of talent all across Jamaica. But we're looking for the best team, not the best talent. My brother was miles more talented than I am. My brother had a natural talent. First touch, second touch, but I went further than him in football. Thankfully, he passed on his genes to his son, who is now a fantastic goalkeeper, played in Casafa under 13 league at 9 years old, now 10 years old and getting ready for the under 15s. So, talent alone is not enough. Talent alone is not enough. Far from it, in fact. Absolutely. Well, good for them, Rashid. I don't have any say in what Mr. Southgate and Matt Holland has to say with their selection. I don't. So whether they want to pick players of Jamaican heritage or not, well, all the best to them. But I'm not concerned about them or who. It's a good question, Tycoon, and I'll be frank with you. As you know, Jamaica already is a small market. And when it comes for corporate Jamaica sponsoring sports in Jamaica, all right, I'll be frank with you. There's 55 sports in Jamaica, right? So, firstly, the sports ministry, the Ministry of Sport, and the Sports Development Foundation has to cut 55 pieces of the pie because Jamaica plays 55 sports: football, cricket, athletics, netball, horse racing, rugby league, rugby union, lacrosse, lawn tennis, table tennis, ice hockey, field hockey, rowing, floorball. Oh, I can go on handball, chess, darts, surfing, skateboarding. So honestly, I can go on and on. I just named 19 sports right now that Jamaica plays, and Jamaica plays 55 sports. 55 sports. So you cut 55 pieces of a pie and you see how that is spread out. So you go to corporate Jamaica now. Corporate Jamaica, there's a lot of funding that goes towards track and field and also youth football, youth cricket, youth track and field. A lot that goes there. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea if you had a situation where one corporate entity, they like adopt a sporting association. So let's use, for an example, Western sports, and they just focus on lacrosse. They sponsor lacrosse. And we think about, for an example, Digicel. They just focus on football. And you focus on Grace Kennedy, and they focus on cricket. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea if you had an entity and they just focus on one sport. So it wouldn't be a bad idea. Wales. Wales? Arsenal? The closest thing that comes to mind when I think about Wales is Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson is the son of David Johnson, former Jamaican, former reggae boy who played at Manchester United. Brennan Johnson is playing for Tottenham Hotspur right now, and Brennan Johnson played for Wales at the World Cup not too long ago. Big up, big up, big up. I disagree though, Rashid. I disagree 100%. 100%. 150%. I love Jamaica and I want the best for my country. So I disagree 100%, especially coming from somebody that can't spell Simon. I find that extremely disrespectful for not being able to spell my name, honestly. And what Jackie Love has made mention of, it's all a part of Africa. So France has used players from sub-Saharan and also North African, Algerian, Tunisian, etc. Omari Benjamin? I did not report him playing for Wales. He's Welsh. He has Welsh heritage now, yeah. But yeah, still on the books at Arsenal. He's 18 years old. But yeah. What was your highlight of the weekend, folks? Let us know what was your highlight of the weekend. Was it Brandon Kova getting his debut? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Let's hear what you guys have to say. I'm eager to hear what you guys have to say. Yeah. Looking forward to it intently. Thank you, Sherman Scott. Much appreciated. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Looking forward to hear from you all very, very soon. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. What are you looking forward to this upcoming week? Let us know as well. And give us your thoughts as well about what Coach Hogrimson said in this interview, because I want to hear what you guys have to say. All right? I think it's important. What do you think about what Coach Hogrimson had to say about the groups? We'll end that video this way. All right? We'll end it with this.
So we're joined with the head coach of the Reggae Boys, Hamer Halgrimson. Coach, the draw for the World Cup qualifiers is now out. Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, the US Virgin Islands, or British Virgin Islands, and Guatemala. Just want to get your thoughts on the draw that Jamaica is in for the qualifiers.
Well, it's like most draws. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Could have been worse. So I think it is a pretty tricky draw in a sense. We played Guatemala now twice. Really tough games. So we know more about Guatemala than the other teams. We've seen Dominican Republic play Haiti. They made a draw in Dominican Republic. So yeah, it's tricky opponents. I think it will be interesting to see if we play home and away against these teams. I think that's also what matters a lot if we play at home or away. But yeah, we of course as top seeded team go to this group to want to win our matches, and it's important to win the matches. We're not taking anything for granted. We are not gonna take any game lightly. So the important is to win the group. That's the most important for Jamaica, and we cannot be careless in any way when we go to these finals. Too much at stake, so we need to have good performances and good games against all the opponents.
And coach, a positive logistically, these places that we are going to play against these teams, most of them you can get to one flight or two flights, so good for the players and staff as well.
Yeah, it's especially for us having players coming from all the way from England. If it's two flights, normally we will lose a day of preparation. So good that we can fly at least with one stop. But let's see about the flights when it comes to that, and also where we need to play our away games. But like I said, it's important to play the strong teams at home. So let's see what happens.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beet and thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboys Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sports City. Yes, Sports City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sports City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sports City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sports City right now.
Hi, my name's Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary.
Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.
I'm Javon Watson and you're watching Reggae Boys Commentary.